Thanks for listening to the AZ12 podcast. I'm your host, Mike Luke, joined by Jason Shear. Hello, Jason Shear. How are you doing today?
Super, Michael. Thank you.
All right, we got a lot to get to this show. First and foremost, everybody go to Little Caesars, my friend. Little Caesars. The great thing about Little Caesars is, well, I'm just going to say this. Code 15 off 20, 15% off any $20 order, LCFREECC. Check it out. All right, Shear. We got a lot to get to this show. We're going to go over our Big 12 power rankings. We are going to get a lot of stuff going on here. But first, Shaquille O'Neal is now official, is going to be the DJ at the Red Blue game. That is awesome. That is very good news.
Have we considered you challenging Shaq to a rap battle?
No, I would definitely do it. I would be like, oh, dude, whatever, it sucks.
Or at least do your imitation of Shaq to Shaq.
Yeah, no, I would absolutely do that. I would like to do that, actually. I would do it. I will not back away from anything.
I'm glad that people can see in person now that Shaq is the largest human being I've ever been around.
Dude, he's huge, dude. When I was in Orlando, like I said, when I was in the mall, they had this one thing where you could, basically go in there and put your foot into his it's got like one of those little cast molding things or whatever. It was amazing. It was huge. And anyways, it's a good thing though. I wonder who's the connect on this.
It's our guy.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. Okay, well, no, all right. Yeah. Anyways, Shaq or Mr. Tyler Warden, Shaq, LeBron, Clutch Sports, primetime games, perfection. Yeah, it's all very, very good. Yeah, no, he's literally the largest person you've ever seen. I mean, I don't know what else to say. And he's not one of these guys too that's like an oddity. Sometimes you'll see these guys and they look like oddity, like George Mirajan or something. You're like, that guy's a freak. But like with Shaq, he's just an incredibly large person.
Yeah, when I interviewed Sharif once, they had to go somewhere and Shaq put his hand on my shoulder and was like, hey, we got to go. And it was the largest hand. I got scared.
You talk about messing with the paw.
Yeah, it was the largest hand I've ever. Yeah. The pick of him next to Brock Lesnar is still the greatest pick ever.
Yeah, it's insane just how much bigger he is, how much he dwarfs everyone. So, Shaq, we will be talking about that. Hey, Cody, why don't you put that on the thumbnail tomorrow? That's actually a good one. Okay, now we're going to do our Big 12 power rankings. We are going to talk about ASU fans being a little nervous now, I think, as the season approaches. We're going to talk Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. You know what's really funny? This is a hot button issue. This is a very fun thing to troll ASU fans with.
Oh, we're not trolling, Mike. Are you saying you're not completely serious when you say it?
Yeah, we're being
obvious. We're completely serious.
He is going to be a better pro than Cam Scatterboot, and it bothers them. No stop that we keep saying this to the point where a guy who's literally tweeting about it nonstop is telling you, "Why are you tweeting about this?" So
he gave up. Did you see how quickly he gave up? I was like,
no,
tweeting nonstop.
Yeah, it's like, hey, man, why don't you go visit Rich Creel up on Sunrise and Craycroft? Let's talk about somebody that gave up. So, all right, we got a lot to get to in this show, though. Let's talk about the power rankings. We're going to talk about NFL Cats. We're going to talk about the running back room a little bit here at Red Blue. We're going to talk
a 40-minute presser today with Seth Doege and Danny Gonzalez.
I saw Danny Gonzalez was talking about Larry Smith, and you're probably like, who the hell is that?
He at his last presser, he basically, I think he's fine with me saying this, he basically talked about how he thought the 93 team was like as good as it gets type of deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, exactly. That national champion 1993 team.
Yeah. And then basically he talked about Dick Tomey and all that, and he didn't really mention Larry Smith. And he said he got like a few angry emails, so that's why he talked about Larry Smith. But he said, like, at the end of the day, like, say what you want about Larry Smith, but they kind of screwed the pooch here also.
How so?
When they lost to I forget who they lost to. When they should have made the Rose Bowl, they lost the week before they beat
and then Larry Smith took the USC job basically like as soon as I don't know that they screwed the pooch. I mean, Larry Smith took a better job.
Well, no. It was what year? I don't remember what year it was, Mike. I'm not very. I'll be blunt. I wasn't following Arizona football back then.
No, I was gonna say.
I'm not gonna lie here.
I was a little surprised. I was a little surprised by that, but I don't know how they. Larry Smith was a very bad word in Tucson for quite a long time. So
was that the I don't remember what season it was. Was that the 86 season?
That would have been, I think that would have been 86. Yeah. And then he hightailed it to USC because they finished like 9th in the country that year or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. But he gave them all respect and all that. And
yeah. All right. Well, USC is a better job than Arizona.
Yeah.
I know.
Cal loss. They lost to Cal.
I mean, it's a hard, like I said, it's a hard pill to swallow for some people, but USC is a better job than Arizona. We will admit that. Okay. Now, Big 12 power ranking time here. We don't have a graphic. Thanks, Cody. So what we're going to do then, we're going to preview all the teams that we have in front of Arizona.
That's a great text from Cody just now.
What did he just say?
He said he drove by the 10s on Grant and the parking lot is packed. So there's this thing. My dad used to do this when he had business lunches back in the day, where they used to literally go eat sometimes at strip clubs because you got cheap lunch and you were bringing guys from out. You can't do that anymore, but now you could back then.
Right. Oh, for sure. Yeah. No, that's awesome. I like that. I like that a lot.
You should get a strip club sponsor.
Well, I mean, it's actually been offered. So we will. I'll leave it at that. Okay. So let's go with the first one though. Kansas State. I'm picking Kansas State to win the conference. I think they're the most benign entity out there. I like Kansas State. I'm a big fan of Kansas State.
I have a question for you. 72 hours from now, if they lose to Iowa State, will you change your mind on Kansas State? That's a conference game.
No, not going to. I think they're going to win that game.
How crazy is that, by the way? Their schedule Iowa State, then they play North Dakota, who's good. Then they play Army, and then short week at Arizona.
Hey, what if they're like 3-0 and they're like what if they're like 3-0 and then we're looking at it, we're like, okay, cool. Yeah, you're ranked like 9th in the country and you come in here and you just get blasted by Arizona.
Yeah, why not? Why not Arizona?
Why not Arizona?
State, I have Kansas State 1, but I think it's pretty damn close, right?
Yeah, I think it's pretty close. I think there's kind of 3 teams in there that are pretty close. Yeah,
we have exactly. The same 3.
Yeah, what's that?
I think we have the same.
I think we're going to find out. Now, let's see. Oh, we got some Rich Carrillo stuff. I've been blocked by Rich, the Tucson Toad Tickler Carrillo. Actually, I'm even ashamed to associate Rich. Yeah, Rich sucks. Okay, so ASU.
To be fair, his mother's Gregoria is a nice woman.
His mother, Gregoria, is a very nice woman. Rich lives with his mother. We found that out, and not in the least bit surprised to find that information out. I got a little source on the inside, but very, very funny stuff. We'll continue to talk about this as we see needed. Okay, now ASU. So we got ASU. Then I got ASU at second. What say you? Do you have ASU at second?
Yeah. And to be blunt, when you look at, to be honest,
they have the best roster in the conference. They do.
Yeah, when you look at pure roster, it's ASU. ASU has the best roster in the conference. They just do. I know Arizona fans may not want to admit that. They return a lot of guys. The guys they added in the portal are good. On paper, ASU should be favored to win this conference.
I would agree with that. I think you look at it and you're kind of like, all right, you should be favored. And
their schedule's pretty easy, in my opinion.
Yeah, their schedule's easy, and it's not really, like I said, it's not really a difficult situation there. The only thing you got to replace is a guy that, now granted, they have a running back that wasn't as good as Arizona's. I get that one. But at the same time, you also got, you return a lot of guys, really hoping that they.
That's the question. If they can get a semblance of a running game, they're going to be just fine. I do wonder, and I think Levitt's good. I'm not saying Levitt's not good. I saw mock draft. I think he went 9th. In the latest NFL mock draft. But to me, there's a difference between playing your own team and another team and how much of that, like what's going to happen when teams say, you know what, we could probably stop the run without loading the box like we did last year. And we're going to make Levitt earn it a little more than he did last year. Because last year, teams were putting everyone in the box and Levitt was getting single coverage and taking advantage of it.
Yeah, no, it's going to be interesting. Like we were looking at it too, like ASU is like one of 10 teams in the country that has like 10 projected top 10 or MNFL draft picks. So they're good. They have the most talented roster, but I believe in K-State more. Then I'm going Iowa State. I like Matt Campbell. I don't know why won't Matt Campbell leave Iowa State? Does somebody told him that job sucks?
It's just a cushy job. He gets good money there and he will never get fired.
All right. Well, all right. Well, either way, I like Iowa State. They got the Rocco Benet guy. He's good. They got
Rocco Benet. You're going deep cut Rocco Benet. I like that one. You said Rocco Benet. That's a deep. Where are they? Where is the Benet family these days?
I don't know where. I know Dennis Benet. They tried to hire him back at South Point, and he basically told him that he needed a jet, he needed a Ferrari, and he needed like 25 other things.
It's like one of those things where you're like, I know I don't want to take this job, so I'm going to ask for ridiculous stuff.
Yeah, and then if you do, it's like, fine. It's like, fine, I'll do it. Yeah, I believe that Rocco Benet. Oh, and then there was another guy kept getting concussions. He was like a wide receiver, a Darlington or something like that. Yeah, Rocco Benet. So there we go. Anyways,
I don't have Iowa State there, by the way.
You don't have them at 3?
No.
Interesting.
I have Baylor at 3.
Yeah, Baylor at 3. All right, we're going to talk about that. That is called a tease, everybody. Let's get some reads in here.
Whoa, Joseph, hot take. We're going to need to discuss that.
He's actually, Benet's awesome, but he's right. Yes. Yeah. All right, let's get a couple reads in here.
I'll throw another one there. Niemer Hassey.
Niemer Hassey, my guy. I told Niemer's Wieners. Wieners. He was my middle school math coach.
I love Niemer Hassey's a man.
All right, hey, Niemer Hassey's a small little guy. Hey, all right, Cody, are you ready for some reads or no? All right, I don't know what Cody's doing, but
you're technologically sound. Take this.
All right, yeah, all right, let's see. Watch this. All right, watch this. Okay. All right, is Cody back? I don't know. Cody's back. Cody's entered the studio, it says. All right. Yeah. This is so good. Cody, what are you doing?
He was driving to get Aubrey, his daughter.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I'll try to do this then. All right. Foster. Foster. Yeah. Here we go, baby. Foster.
Ooh, that was good. No, go back.
Yeah, back the pipe. Yeah. Back the pipe. Pipe. Back the pipe, baby. Back the pipe.
Sometimes when I call Ben One White, he'll answer the phone. I'll be like, hey, is Ben there? And he'll be like, pipe.
Yeah. It'll say Ben One Pipe. Ben One Pipe. All right, check it out. Residential and commercial, licensed, bonded, and insured. Sewer lines, coating, paint, repairs, all of that stuff. If your toilet is clogged, guess what? This is the place you might want to use your plunger first, but if that doesn't work, then Foster Plumbing. 10% off when you mention the AZ12 podcast. Check it out. Call 520-603-3817. Ben One White, this is where he is going to get the pipes inserted and everything. It has been very, very good for him. Now, Foster Plumbing, quality work at a fair price. Very much like it, drain cleaning, all of that stuff. You name it, they got it. Foster, baby, back the pipe. Okay, now what else we got? All right, Longview. Now, I just endorsed the pipe. We would endorse Ben One White, not the pipe. But we will not endorse Andre Veras. Just won't. Shearer, we've been very clear about this. We're going to be hanging out with him, I think, next week. Won't do it. Not on our watch. Not going to do it. All right. Either way, life's getting a little bit busier. Or are you trying to keep your financial plans? Or are you thinking, man, I might have to be the head coach at AZ12 Prep Football at some point? Well, at that point, then you don't have to. You're going to want to go with Longview right there. Longview, again, strongly recommend. Call Andre at 520-325-3456 and reference the AZ12 podcast for a complimentary initial meeting and check him out at longviewii.com. Andre Veras. All right, Sheer. You like Baylor right here. Why do you like Baylor?
I think Sawyer Robertson, your guy. I know you're big on Sawyer Robertson.
I'm huge.
I think he's gonna. You know who that is?
Yeah, I know he is. We also got the guy with the same name on our team, Sawyer Robertson as well.
I think he's going to have a nice year. I like their running back room. I know Pendergrass got hurt, but they still have Bryson Washington. The receivers, I like them. I just think they're a super talented team. They returned quite a few players. I like Baylor.
All right.
I'm not big on Iowa State. Do you want me to tell you why I'm not big on Iowa State? I think they lost. Their wide receivers were awesome, like really good. And they lost them all.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Here's why I'm not big on Baylor. I have no clue if Dave Miranda is a good coach or not. I watched that thing last year against Colorado, that absolute collapse, and I thought it was one of the worst coaching performances I've ever seen. I will say this. When it comes to Baylor, I get it. I know everybody likes the Robertson kid or whatever his name is, but I'm going to still go Iowa State. I'm going tried and true. Where do you have Iowa State at? Do you have Iowa State at 4?
No.
Wow.
I'm not as big on Iowa State as you are.
Is it because Rocco Benet?
Yeah, I just don't like Benet.
Right.
No, I don't know. I'm just not as. I'm trying to look at the futures, the conference winners.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to see what the odds say. So let me bring that up on my computer.
All right, now my next one. While you're doing that, I am good.
Mouth farted.
You mouth farted?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm going to say this. My next team, then I'm going to go, and I had to move this around. I had to make some really hasty decisions here. I'm going Utah next because last year, listen, I like Tech, but they also just lost their best player, which generally isn't good. I'm going to say
they did not lose their best player, but you cook, baby.
Yes. By the way,
definitely isn't their best player, right? You cook.
What's that? He's their best running back.
He was not their best player, but you could just cook.
Yeah, no, you're wrong. You're wrong, TJ. Okay, now, all right. Either way, it's their best running back. I like Utah. I think having a quarterback in there that isn't handicapped, that can actually throw the ball, is going to be big. Last year was amazing. It was like watching a guy with crutches out there, and I couldn't watch it. It was terrible. And then they had the game. What was it? The game, like the game against like ASU. I think it was ASU. Yeah, it was the game against ASU where they won. Well, no. Oh, yeah, maybe Arizona too. But it was the game against. It was the game against ASU where they're like, dude, you can win this game if you put a quarterback in that can actually move.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. I like Utah a lot this year. I don't know why. I do. I think, they have Wayshawn.
Dampier can move.
They have Dampier and Wayshawn Parker.
Yeah.
Your boy Wayshawn Parker.
Wayshawn Parker.
Awesome. Yeah. Then their O-line
he thought about back in the A. Didn't he think about back in the A at one point?
Yep. Absolutely. Right. Then they have multiple offensive linemen that are NFL guys. I like Utah quite a bit.
Okay, that was actually
thought about putting Utah higher.
All right, now Lee Corso, the great Lee Corso. Hey, how long do you think Lee Corso, is he alive in 5 years? Under 5 years? No, over. I'm going over. I'm going over. I bet you he's going to be one of those guys that's like it's like Jimmy Carter, where he's in like a nursing home.
He's retiring this weekend. Isn't this weekend his last show?
Yeah, I think it is actually. Okay.
He's done.
All right, I'm going over 5 years though. Well over 5 years. Okay, now Dennis Walsh, be nice. Okay, now all right, so that's where I got Utah. I'm actually a big fan of Utah this year. I think they're going to march. I think they're going to march back. Then I've only got a couple more teams clearly ahead of Arizona right here. I think Arizona is going to be the surprise of the conference. So far,
I have Tech.
You have what?
I have Tech. Would you have Tech after Utah? I still don't have Iowa State.
Yeah, I know. I got Tech after Utah as well. Tech is one of those Tech is one of those teams, though. I want to see them really put it together. I know they're supposed to be really, really good, but I've never really seen Texas Tech be really good in my life. Plus, last year Arizona almost beat Texas Tech, which is never a good sign.
I'm tweeting about Texas Tech right now.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm glad you're paying attention to the show. But with Texas Tech.
Well, it's a hot question, and I'll post it for you in a second right here.
Yeah, is it okay? What's the question? Ask me right now. Tell me. Talk to me.
Texas Tech, right, has put in a stupid amount of money.
Right.
Mm-hmm. If they win 8 games, do you fire Joe McGuire?
I don't really look at that. I don't really look at Texas Tech's roster, to be honest with you. And again, I know they got the number 1 portal class and all that. How many MNFL players do they have on that roster?
Mike, they loaded that roster up, dude.
I know, but you look at it, these are all
No.
I don't know.
Okay, let's look at the depth chart. Right?
All right, just give me how many
Caleb Douglas is awesome.
How many MNFL players do they have? Just type in Texas Tech MNFL prospects.
Defensive alone, they probably have.
No, just type it in right now. I'm not going to take your word for it. How many MNFL players are on Texas Tech?
On Texas Tech this season.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's probably going to be like 4.
Damn it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. They don't.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it doesn't. Texas Tech NFL mock draft. That's better.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, I got it. NFL draft buzz. You ready?
All right, how many you got?
AJ McCarthy, 1, 2, 3, according to them, a lot.
How many?
I mean, this website says there's like 15. So this
all right, well,
website
whatever. It doesn't prove my point. But all right, I'll still believe it when I see it. I know that they spent a lot of money. They have a $44 million roster.
I got it. I got that article right now. Remember that article we used before?
Yeah. How many do they have for Texas Tech?
Hold on. Texas Tech. Yep, they're on the list, dude.
How many NFL prospects?
They don't do that. It's a different one.
I like that.
So yeah, we got David Bailey, day 2 pick. That's 1. Romello Height, Lee Hunter, Skylar Gill Howard. That's 4. Jacob Rodriguez. That's 5. Cole Wisnowski. That's 6. AJ McCarthy and Dante Balfour. So here we go. Projected first rounders 1. Projected total draft picks 9.
All right, fine. They're better. Yeah, all right. Fair enough. All right. Yeah, all right. Whatever. That doesn't help my case.
They're loaded. They're loaded.
Yeah. Texas Tech. All right.
They don't play Arizona though.
They are lucky they don't play Arizona, and that's why I think that you look at them and you're like,
question.
What's that?
That's a great question I just asked.
What's a great question?
How much if McGuire should be fired? That's going to be the hottest question on Twitter right now.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. All right, yeah, it's just going to explode. All right, now we're going to get back to the teams. We don't have a lot of teams ahead of Arizona here right now, at least on my list right now.
Now that we've done the first 10,
no, we've done. All right, let's do a couple reads in here. We're going to go over the teams that we've gone over because Arizona is fast approaching. Arizona's coming out of this cave very quickly, my friend, very quickly. But first, welcome to the Rock.
Have I ever told you the Big 12 soccer girl that sends emails what her name is? Have I ever told the show?
No.
What her name is? You ready?
Is it Green Valley Decorative Rock?
I'm sorry. I just have to say this because I just got an email. The assistant director of communications in the Big 12 is named Unique Beaver.
Oh, I've gotten emails from Unique Beaver as well. Yes.
Love her. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay.
I got.
All right, so CBS Sports, they're full of crap, Mr. Tyler Warden. We don't listen to that. Okay, now, 2 convenient locations.
In that country.
Wait, in the
conference.
Typo, yeah. Okay, Green Valley Decorative Rock. Welcome to the Rock. All right, now, Sheer. All right, close your eyes, young man. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Where do they deliver to?
East to Sierra Vista.
Yeah.
Right? West to Marana.
No, you're doing the LeBron James thing where you're pretending to cover your face and then you're just looking at
South. What are you talking about, dude? South to Nogales. North to Oracle.
Yeah, you can't see anything. North to Oracle, west to Marana, my friends.
LeBron James is great. We're saying
LeBron James when he's pretending that he died on the court, and then you see him going like this to be like, it's like, hey, dude, stop doing that stuff. And what do you mean no static? There was a ton of static, David Rosen. Green Valley Decorative Rock, go in there. You will thank me later. They deliver everywhere. Or I don't know if they deliver everywhere, but if you have enough money, they're going to send you stuff. So if you want to like have your stuff sent to like Bangkok or something, or I mean, they might have to like FedEx it on a plane or something, or I don't know. But either way, check it out. Green Valley Decorative Rock, greenvalleyrockaz.com. We also need some real times there. Yes, Benwood White does not scout Unique Beavers. That is very, very true, Dennis Walsh. Very true. Okay. Now, what else we got? Talk to me. All right, Nova Home Loans, baby. All right, now you might be like Benwood White and you say, you know what? I'm living the life. Here's what I'm doing. I am going to the beach. I'm scouting tight ends. But you know what? I moved into California when everybody was moving out because I thought it was going to be some kind of status symbol for myself. Mike and Sheer told me that. I want to move back to Tucson, but I need a home loan. Go to Zach Mooney. Nobody else. Zach Mooney. You got that really big, tall building there as well. He's going to get you a great deal. And we all know Benwood White. He's involved in the local football community, scouting tight ends. Whereas Zach Mooney is involved in the basketball community doing normal stuff. Check it out. Now, here's the other thing. Scan this QR code, 520-230-5599. Show me the Mooney, baby. Show me the Mooney. Okay, now let's get back to this list. All right, so here's the teams that I have ahead of Arizona that I've named already. Okay, you ready? Okay. All right, here's what we got.
Yes.
Kansas State. We agree that Kansas State should be better than Arizona this year.
I guess. By the way, current betting favorite to win the Big 12.
Kansas State?
Yeah.
Okay. So we got Kansas State at 1. Then I got ASU at 2. I got Iowa State. I got Iowa State at 3. You haven't even named Iowa State yet. I've got not BYU. I got Texas Tech, and then I've got Utah, then Texas Tech. That's what I've named so far. So I've named Kansas State, ASU, Iowa State, Utah, Texas Tech. There's 5 so far, Sheer. How do you think about that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Really
I
nice
have Kansas State, ASU. I have K-State, ASU, Baylor, Utah, Tech as better than Arizona right now, and I could throw in a couple more if you want.
All right, yeah,
I have
okay.
TCU and then Iowa State. I have TCU and then Iowa State. That's
okay, I have Arizona. Here's the all right. Let's just cut the crap right here. I'm going to name you the teams that I have better. I have Arizona finishing much higher in the conference than many others. So let me count these teams: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have Arizona
teams. I think we've done this before.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I'm going to name a team. And you tell me clearly ahead of Arizona. We've done this before, but now that Kansas is over.
But we're going to do it again.
Right? Yeah. Kansas State, better than Arizona. We agree.
1.
ASU, better than Arizona. We agree.
Yeah. 2.
Okay. Utah, better than Arizona. We agree.
Yes. 3. Although we did smack them last year.
Yeah. They don't play us. They're lucky. Baylor, better than Arizona. We agree.
I guess 4.
Okay. So that's 4. Tech, better than Arizona.
I'd assume 5.
TCU, better than Arizona.
Nope. Not giving you TCU. Not after what I saw last year, and Arizona had them on the ropes.
Okay, well, you're laughing. You can't even say TCU is better than Arizona, dude. Come on.
Fair enough.
Okay, so we got 6. Iowa State, better than Arizona. We have 7. Okay, here's where it gets fun.
And then I got 1 more, and that's it. I only got 1 more after that.
Here's where it gets fun. And I'm gonna let you make the case here. I'm going, and this is, by the way, this is an order of Vegas odds.
Yeah.
Okay. Kansas.
I think Arizona, all those other teams, I'm backing the A over. Outside of BYU, I know they probably got a freshman quarterback, but he's also going to be 26 years old, so he's, it's all that crap. I don't care about that.
I will say this.
I think Arizona's finishing 9th in the conference.
Once you get past Kansas and BYU, right? So BYU is plus 2,200, right? How many teams is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 9. Once you get past the 9th team, it's really damn close because it goes Colorado.
I think Arizona's better than Colorado.
Right? It goes Colorado and Houston plus 3,000.
Yeah.
Cincinnati plus 3,300. Arizona plus 3,500.
No, I'm telling you, Arizona is going to finish in the top 10 in the Big-12, period.
Vegas believes that by far, the 3 worst teams in the conference are West Virginia, Oklahoma State, and Central Florida.
Yep, Arizona not in there. Again, that's a lot of late money coming in on Arizona, and I think you're going to continue to see that as well. I also believe, though, too, that Arizona – hey, let me ask you this. What is the best that Arizona can finish this year? If everything goes right, every Golden Palace –
I'll tell you this right now. You want my best case scenario schedule? Okay. They beat Hawaii. They beat Weber State. They're 2-0. They lose to K-State. I'm not going to give them that. They're 2-1. I think they lose at Iowa State. They're 2-2. Then they beat Oklahoma State, 3-2. BYU 4-2. Houston 5-2. Colorado 6-2. Kansas 7-2. Cincinnati 8-2. And then they lose the last 2, 8-4. Arizona Wildcats.
If we're 8-4, man, we are claiming a national championship. Seriously, a champion. No, seriously, who are they to say that it's not? AZ12 will have announced Arizona as a national champion, and they can claim it as well.
Banner and everything.
That is more of a veracity to it than that Auburn crap that they found. Yeah. All right. So I got Arizona finishing 9th in the Big-12. I think Arizona outperforms expectations, and I think that we go into it. Let me ask Lee Corso, if Arizona finishes in the top. If Arizona finishes in the top 10 in the Big-12, does that save Brent's job? Yeah, I think so.
Absolutely.
Because I think they meet.
I think they would. What was the? Let me look, dude. I'm on.
Is Arizona ranked? Arizona would be ranked if they were 8-2.
So last year, right? The 10th. What the heck is that? You piece of crap. Hold on. Hold on, Mike. I apologize.
Yeah, I know you're
embarrassed.
Right.
All right, 2024 season, right? The team that finished 10th in the conference was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Kansas with a 5-7 overall record. Ooh, I don't know. Does 5-7 save Brendan's job?
You think it does?
I do. I really think it depends what it looks like.
Yes, it does depend on what it looks like. You've been saying that. You've been saying.
Oh no, we agree. I've said that.
No, you haven't been agreeing with me. I'm very upset with you. You haven't been agreeing because you've said, Mike, 5 wins. 5 wins is what it takes. It doesn't matter how they look. 5 wins. You've said
that. Let's say that
you have.
Yeah, they need to get to 5. They need to get to 5.
But you agree. But you agree though that it matters on how you look.
It looks different. I think he's fired. I just think 4. You have to get to 5 for him to have a chance. And then if he gets close, like, look, if there's a UCF game in there and they're 5-7, I think he's done.
Where they lose by like 5,000 points.
Yeah, Joseph is right. When they brought him back last year, I said, I do recall this. That in my opinion, you had to give him 2 years. I still believe that.
Why do I have to give him 2 years?
I still believe that if I'm Desiree, I bring him back no matter what happens.
So you win 2 games, you bring him back. So you win 2 games, you bring him back. Then get out of here. That's a bunch of crap.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
I'm standing on business.
Yeah, he's starting on business. Why not Arizona? Why Arizona? What's that?
Go to one practice.
Change So if Arizona, I'm going to ask you this right now. I'm laying down the gauntlet. I'm throwing down the anvil, the hammer down the alleyway. I'm going to ask you this. If Arizona looks the exact same as it did last year and goes 4-8, you have to bring back Brent Brennan.
Oh, no, you don't have to. I would.
But you would. But you would bring back Brent Brennan. Yeah, so basically, all right, interesting. All right, now, Mr. Tyler Warden says, all right, enough loser talk. What record gets Brennan an extension? If Brennan's 8-2, are we
I think if he goes 6-6 and makes the bowl, you can get him an extension.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't extend people. That's become obvious. Desiree does not extend coaches at all. Tommy is a special case, but she's absolutely willing to let coaches coach out their contract.
Yeah, but that's also because a bunch of them are putzes, though. Like Adia Barnes.
I will say this too. There's something that we're not looking at. We got to look big picture. And Desiree has told me this on record that times have changed, and in the Big-12, you have to be with football. But yes, basketball's great, all that, but you can't be bad at football anymore.
Okay,
so the question then becomes: is if you're in the 9th game of the year, right, the last home game, and there's 15,000 people in the stands. I think that changes the whole recipe, right?
This is the word. You are hedging. You are hedging everywhere.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's something we're not talking about. We're all focused on record, but if this is 5-7 and the games are closer, but there's still only 15,000 people in the stands, I think that plays a big role.
All right, Dennis Walsh, great point. I want to make fun of this point. Let's get a couple reads in here, but Dennis Walsh always coming with a good point. I would assume Dennis Walsh has flown over all of these teams that he just mentioned. But first,
absolutely,
RJ's Frozen Cactus. All right, we're probably gonna have a watch party. The second game of the season against Weber State, the land acknowledgement game, as we will call it. Guess what? RJ's Frozen Cactus will also be a land acknowledgement watch party.
We're gonna acknowledge RJ's Frozen Cactus's.
And we're going to acknowledge the parking lot. The parking lot acknowledgement. Check it out. RJ's Frozen Cactus. Yeah, red hot sports and ice cold beer, baby. Boom! Pre-game at RJ's, then ride share to the game. Get Dennis to fly you all over the city if you want. Pizza, wings, tacos, burgers, and more. We're going to fill this place up. Yummy, yummy in my tummy. All kinds of good stuff there. You will thank me later. And again, are you going to acknowledge all 100 plus craft beers? Yes, we will. There's a craft beer acknowledgement. That we should have a disclaimer.
Ben told us that he's going to come out for that game and orally acknowledge all of it.
All of them, exactly. And when Ben starts doing that, it's going to be really, really tough. Okay, so
it's a fun night.
It's a fun night for Mr. Ben One White. All right, check it out though. RJ's Frozen Cactus. All right, now is it wise not to extend coaches if they're good? Well, I mean, Yeah, I don't know, Lee. I mean, you look like your age right now.
Whoa, whoa.
I have no clue where. Sure, I have no clue where you just
You were
went.
literally
None.
just talking. Where'd you go?
Sure, where are you? I don't see you anywhere. Cheryl, are you out there? Oh,
Cheryl,
gosh.
Cheryl.
Oh, Cheryl, please. Whew. All right. 4 now, Arizona Primary Eye Care. Back the eye, baby. Back the eye. 4 locations for routine exams. Proud partner of Arizona Athletics. Optical options to fit all budgets, styles, and preferences. Now, right now, great August promo. You can get the free LaFont frames with the purchase of lenses. Yeah, LaFont. ArizonaPrimaryEyeCare.com. 60-plus insurance is accepted. Same-day urgent visits. 520-322-2713. Arizona Primary Eye Care. Everybody get in there. Everybody get in there. Okay. Let's see here. Now, Mr. Tyler Warden, future coach, Daisy 12 Prep. Arizona fans keep clamoring for Doege to be a head coach. The real question is, why would he want to be the head coach if we went 4-8 and fired Brent Brennan? Well, he'd get a lot more money then, I think.
He would absolutely want to be. I don't want to get into the reasons why, and he speaks very highly of Brent Brennan and all that. He would absolutely take the head coaching job.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
He would take that job before that sentence even ended.
Now, sure, you believe basically now that Brent Brennan is untouchable this season and going into next season. That's essentially you said that. You said if Arizona's 4-8 and they look the exact same as last year, you still have to bring him back. You said that.
Sure. Yeah, why not? Why not Arizona?
Okay. So you're saying that they're untouchable because I can't believe Arizona can be worse than they were last year.
Look, Mike, we didn't think they could be as bad as they were last year either, but
that's a good point. All right. Here's where I'm at.
Want to go on a record. I'm not comfortable. We'll talk about this next week. I'm not comfortable with how people are talking about the Hawaii game.
What?
I looked into Hawaii a little bit more. I'm not comfortable with the Arizona's going to run all over Hawaii type of deal.
Who's their coach? Norm Chow? Is he still there?
No, it's our guy, Timmy Chang.
Timmy Chang's the coach?
Chang, baby. Yeah, Tim. Big Timmy. Your boy Timmy Chang.
All right, Elboom. You're the man. I guarantee you, and I can say this with a great degree of certainty, that Paul Biancardi has never seen Cam Williams, would not know what Cam Williams looks like if he got off of a plane. And I can say the exact same thing about Bruce Branch.
Paul Biancardi, I've literally, I've never seen him at a basketball event in my entire life, ever.
Right. Y'all hear head coach Gonzalez say Chris Hudson is going for 1,400 yards? Is that what he said?
Yeah. Yeah, look, Danny gets a little excited sometimes, okay?
Right.
But yes, he said Chris Hudson could be a 1,400-yard receiver.
Wow.
Why not?
Hey, are we looking at this wrong? Think about it this way. Are we looking at this wrong? Because remember, we were talking about how if Genesis Smith is the best chance for Arizona to continue their first-round draft pick. If Chris Hudson catches for 1,400 yards, we're looking at a possible first-round MNFL wide receiver.
Look, T-Mac only got 1,300 last year. Why can't Chris Hudson get 100 more than that?
All right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't really.
Yeah.
I think
all right, he missed, but let him cook.
Yeah, I would hope so. Okay. Now, Paul Biancardi seems like the type to destroy the corporate card with trips to Europe to scout, but doesn't know the 5 best high school kids. Yeah, I could definitely see that being the case. That would not surprise me at all. Now, David Rosen, I will say this. If we lose to Hawaii, that hot board is going up on Monday.
Yeah, it's over. Done.
It's over at that point. If Arizona loses to Hawaii, that thing's done. I don't know how else to say it. That thing is done.
No other way to say it. It's over. Wrap it up.
Yeah, it's over. It was.
Ben White says, "Wrap it up tight."
Wrap it up, baby. Or if it's or if he does. All right. So I got Arizona 9th in the Big 12. Where do you have Arizona?
Where do I have Arizona, Mike? I mean, do you want my actual?
Yeah, I
have them at 5 and 7. So honestly, I think 10 is doable. I have them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have them 11th. Why not? Let's go 11th.
Now listen, Joseph, the great Joseph says, what happens though if we lose to Arizona and Hawaii, but we lose in a banger of a game that the national media just can't stop talking about?
The first game on TNT.
Does that game change? Does that change things a little bit if it's no, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's going to be a banger because people are going to bang their heads. This show is going to be so awesome if Arizona lost.
Oh, can you imagine the post-game show? Oh, very, very bad.
But I'll say this. If Arizona loses to Hawaii, I will find a way to jump on the post-game show.
Good. I like to hear that. Yeah, because guess who's going to be on the post-game show and looking for you to jump on? And Ben White.
Yeah, Ben White always says, "Shit, just jump on it." I was like,
That's a natural yes for Ben White. All right, now I want to talk a little bit about this. I was looking at this. I want to say, is this the Arizona? Arizona's deep at a couple positions. Now, do you think the running back spot? Do you think that between Risano, Quincy Craig, and Yarbrough and Ishmael Mahdi, this is actually a pretty darn deep room, dude?
It's a good room. Yeah, it's legitimately good room. I really have no concerns. You know, it's on the Wildcats Scoop podcast that you've never listened to, Mike.
Correct.
I discussed the offensive position I'm least worried about. I did not go with wide receiver. I went with running back.
Remember when I said that I thought the running back situation was the best unit on the offense, and you said I was crazy, and you said wide receiver?
I never said you're crazy. You are crazy, but I don't.
Yeah, no, because I said it was yeah.
Dude, I'm so excited. I look, I am abnormally excited for college football this year.
Right. I know I am as well. Oh, let's see here. Oh, by the way, look at this. Oh, we got Kobe Elfiel is in the chat right now as well. Wow. Kobe Elfiel, yes. Where is he writing for? Yard Post, or what's the name of that place?
Not anymore. No, he's a free agent now.
Oh, hey, if you're out there looking to hire, bring in Kobe Elfiel. Kobe Elfiel, yeah, Portland Timbers whenever you want, dude. Seriously. All right, so here's kind of where I'm at, though, with the running back room. I like the running back room a lot. Also, then you got next year, you know what's kind of crazy about this? You can bring back almost all these guys then, outside of Maddie, because, yes, thank you, Dennis Walsh. Yes, so with Risano, you got Quincy Craig, Yarbrough, they're all coming back, and we're bringing in a 4-star back as well. It could be another loaded room. Arizona running back you?
Yeah, sorry, I was reading about the Joseph thing. Yeah, look, Arizona's loaded on offense. Right. Forget the line; that's not important. At the skill positions, Arizona's loaded. We're good, baby.
Yeah, we're good. Now, I want to talk to you about Oglesby though, because I was reading his quotes on your website. And by the way, where can they find you doing your stuff?
What do you mean? WildcatAuthority.com.
Okay, so that's where I was at. I was looking at some of the quotes. Oglesby thinks everybody on this line is basically awesome.
I asked Seth Doege today.
He called DeCambra awesome. He called Rhino awesome. He called Ty Buchanan awesome as well. So if we have 3 offensive linemen.
I will say this, Seth Doege. I said, how would you assess your lines? I asked Danny and Doege. And Doege said in order, he said, the camera's been great. He said Ty Buchanan is a stud. They love him. He said Tristan Bounds. He didn't think Tristan Bounds was going to be good enough after spring. He's improved a lot. He said Michael Wooten might be one of the most improved players on the team. The move to guard based on what he saw in film last year to now, the move to guard. Look, I'm not going to tell you that Michael Wooten's going to be awesome. I think he can be an average guard, which is a huge step up from last year. I really do.
All right. Now,
the one guy that worries me is my opinion has not changed because he's running with the ones right now, but I think that'll change for the first game because of injuries and stuff like that. You cannot trot out a side of the offensive line with Wooten at guard and Matthew Lotto at tackle.
Well, wait a second. Why isn't Bounds and Buchanan why are Bounds and Buchanan?
Is on the other side. Buchanan is limited right now, but I do believe he's going to play.
Yeah, no, that terrifies me. I don't like anything you just told me.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I know.
All right. Yeah, that's not good. Now the deuce boost. You like?
By the way, Danny Gonzalez helped me coach here today. Thank you.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Did he talk?
What did he say about? Alexander Deuce? So we're all in on Alexander Deuce.
It sounded like he basically said Deuce has come a long way. He was kind of out of shape last year. Like he's very honest.
The amount of guys
like he's fine with the offensive line. He really does.
All right, cool. All
they
right,
like Louis Axel a lot, but he's not going to be ready for the first game. But they like him a lot.
Now, Mr. Tyler Warden, and I mean this seriously. Has anybody mentioned Chuba?
No, I don't know. No, not really.
Can you ask about Chuba next presser?
About what? For what?
Like, what kind of role will you see for Chuba this year?
Chuba's off limits. He's going through it right now.
All right, fair enough. Yeah. All right, now
he's a good person. Don't be a jerk.
Yeah,
we're getting Brent Brennan tomorrow, and that's the end of camp.
All right, the kicking game. Yeah, the kicking game, baby. You think it's going to be Medina or whatever his name is, the hyphenated last name?
Zagata Medina is going to be the kicker, I believe. I'm not thrilled about that. I actually think, in terms of pure talent, the freshman's better. I just think Zagata Medina's older, and he's going to get the nod. But I wouldn't be surprised if he lost his job early in the season. I'm not thrilled with that decision.
All right, what about punter?
It's going to be the Australian kid.
Okay, and
Isaac.
but we do have
Isaac, but not Isaac. Isaac.
But we do have Jeremiah Patterson, though, returning kicks.
I believe Jeremiah Patterson will be the punt returner.
Dude, I just got another U of A public safety alert. The heck is this?
Someone was beat up. Yeah.
All right. This is an emergency UA alert from the University of Arizona. Duh. Emergency U alert, update 1. Aggravated assault. Suspect has been detained. Police are on scene. Please avoid the area and follow all police commands. Oh,
you know what's ridiculous about this thing is like 90% of these dudes aren't.
They're not even going to the U of A.
Yeah, the library thing yesterday wasn't a student. I'm sure this isn't a student either.
Well, it was like the guy that shot and killed somebody last year. That putz lived up in like Marana or something. I remember, and I think
probably Sunrise and Craycraft area,
right? Yeah, and I think one of the grocer of the two sisters was talking about how this could be a really tough arrest or something because the family's well respected in Marana. No, it's not. If a guy shoots somebody, I don't care who his family is in Marana. Doesn't mean anything to me. Okay, so anyway,
I remember that.
Yeah, that was really stupid.
It's not tough. Yeah. If you break the law, it's pretty easy.
If you break the law. And guess what? And he's making it out like this guy was John Gotti or something. Like, it's like, oh, man, there's going to be bodies falling if you don't get it.
What a stupid idiot he is.
He really don't. He really is. Okay, now, all right, so they're West Virginia, real quick. I want to talk about West Virginia for a second. Rich Rod back in college, real major college football is just awesome. I think they'll probably struggle a little bit this year, but I'm going to say this. Within 4 years, they're going to win the Big-12 championship. Saying it right now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Let's see here.
Wrong, but it's fine.
No, he said aggravated assault, not aggravated adult. Aggravated adult? Oh, that's funny, making fun of Rich. Okay, now, man, Rich is really catching a lot of pause today in this, and it's what he gets. Our only time TPD works is during the move-in weekend. This is true, and I'm going to say this as well. Again, these parking police, because I live right by the U of A, this is one of the lamest things that the U of A does. Why in the world are you trying to get parking tickets when the thing is in a complete cluster? Everybody's trying to park to get in there. And you're like, hey, man, guess what? We can get $250 from Gene and Thelma or something. Why?
I like it.
I don't like it. It makes
I like it. I like this. I like the Saudi. It's very aggressive.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I like it. I should have been a cop. I would have been a good cop. Can you imagine me as a cop?
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah, it would have been one of the best ones. Okay, now let's get a couple reads in here, and then we're going to get back to it. Let's see here. Hold on, I got gas too. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so what do we got? Oh, Baggins, yummy, yummy in the tummy. Okay, now, Dennis Walsh, what's going on? Sure, I might be missing something. Have you seen any real times from Dennis Walsh in the last
couple of lacking. He has apps. That's all I'm going to say. A lot of lacking.
These sunflowers and dandelions right here are wilting, and they're looking at Dennis Walsh. Yeah, be better, Dennis Walsh. That's what we need out of you. Either way, 12 Arizona locations, locally owned and operated. Back the bag. Join our VIP text club. All food made in-house, and you get cookie dough. Yummy, yummy cookie dough, Jason Shear. And what did Dennis Walsh say, that he made like 24 of them?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, now
for all different.
Draven. All right. Draven just says, we need the bag code to work on online orders. Only if you knew somebody in the family that was important, maybe you could slide that advice over. I'm just saying, Draven, if you knew anybody, maybe you don't. All right. But either way, check it out. Baggins. Use code AZ12 for 15% off. Joseph just says, I love Baggins and their catering is amazing. We had Joseph. Yes, that was a good thing that you just said. Thank you, Joseph. Duh. We appreciate you,
Yeah.
Joseph.
Obvious.
Gosh. Where's Marcus been, Joseph? Your brother?
Yeah,
Maybe he's the better half. All right, now, Eris Dental, championship package.
Talk to them.
This woman right here, very, very excited because again, she's that was very funny. She's saying
so fulfilled.
Dude, look how this is really. I mean, it looks like she's like looking into she just knows something great is about to occur, and it's only for 1997. Some people have to fly out of the country and they end up in like some place they have no clue where they're at. And they're like, man, I just lost $4,000 and I have no clue what I just did. Dental implants at affordable rates. Daily urgent care, Monday through Friday, only offers necessary treatment. You'll keep your tongue, you'll keep your eyebrows, you'll keep all of that stuff. They're going to let you do it. Yes. Oh, and that's a great point too, Max. This is a great point. Even the woman behind her is starstruck.
That's a jealous look.
That is a jealous look right there because she knows she is getting the championship package and the other one isn't. She is being petty in the background. Eris Dental, TucsonTeeth.com. Back the package. Get the package. Yeah. Let's go. All right. We're back. All right, we're back. Now, I want to make fun of Colorado here for a second. I think Colorado's going to suck.
Well, yeah,
they got that they got the 5'4" quarterback from where is he from? Like Florida or something. Where's that guy from that they think's really good?
Julian Lewis. He's from like 18 different places.
Yeah, that guy does nothing for me. And then they got the guy from Jerry Falwell's school too. Suter or something. Yeah, Salter. David Salter. Yeah, no, he doesn't do anything for me. I do think their receivers are really good, but I do think I'm going to ask you this: does Deion finish the season?
Yes.
He does. Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
I'm tired of you doubting I got Deion.
All right, now Lee Corso says that's a very good question. Who lasts longer at their job, Deion Sanders or Brent Brennan? I'm going to say Brent Brennan.
Deion. Well.
Really? Because you've already said you believe Brent Brennan's back next year.
Probably tied. Yeah, why not? Brent Brennan. Why not?
All right. Yeah, all right. We are back in the A right here. Now, Arizona plays in Colorado this year, correct?
Oh, yeah.
That's where Rage is trying to get us to come up to, and it's like, no, we will not do that. Okay, now, I want to make fun of ASU people that are trying to give us crap about Corey Krosky-Merritt, because this definitely merits a mention.
Yes.
All right, yeah. Oh, yes, that is true. That is true, Dennis Walsh. Okay, here's what I'm going to say. With Corey Krosky-Merritt, and Josh Cox put this out there. This is one of my favorite things that people do, and you do this too. You're like, well, if you took away that 27-yard touchdown run, he only did this, or he only did that. He's been their best back in camp. They're literally trying to trade 1,000 yards. Yeah. They're literally trying to trade 1,000-yard back because they want him to start. I don't know what else to do. Take the L. This is an L, Sheer, for them, and this is a big victory for you.
Thank you. Look, I'm a humble, modest.
You are. You're a humble victor.
But clearly, JCM is better than Scat, and he'll prove it here in the next 3 years. Thank you.
Yeah. And all those people that are like, hey, remember you said this or you said that. You're like, you know what? All I'm going to say is this. Who's starting in the MNFL and who's buried on the bench?
Yeah. Who's standing on business?
Right. Yeah, Joseph with a very good point. If you took away all the plays he ran well, he would have had a horrible game. Yeah, I don't get that. Or it's like you know what I used to love when people say that about Shaq. They're like, he's not good. He just dunks on people. It's like, well, I just looked at this and he just had 45 points and 28 rebounds. Yeah. And they're like, oh, well, he didn't. I don't care. It just matters. It matters. Yeah. That is where it's at. Yes. If JCM, that's an interesting question from the great Dick Wilson, Dick Willie. Dick Willie just says, if JCM had played, would he have rushed for 14? I think he would have been around 12 to 1,400.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
In the first half, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And how many Troy Hutchison put this out there? What do you think? Would Arizona have won 2 more games with JCM?
At least. Honestly, they probably would have won.
I kind of agree with Troy. The more I looked at
West Virginia, they would have beat West Virginia.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, someone else.
I would say that. Yeah, not behind an Oglesby built line. All
Maybe
right.
the line would have been better if they were blocking for Jacory.
Well, I think a lot of last year was.
Thank you.
I think a lot of seriously, if JCM plays, I think Arizona makes a bowl game. The kid can play. Yeah. Now Oglesby, then you're all in on Oglesby this year. You've been converted, so this is going to be an interesting one to watch this.
I back the A. If you don't, you see, this is the thing. You choose when to back the A.
No,
I don't choose. You choose when to back the A. You
no, I don't choose when to back the A.
I always back the A. That's what I do. I wake up and they go, Jason, what are you doing today? And you know what I say, Mike? You know what I say? Backing the A.
Yeah, and Joseph just said Skier is so high on Oglesby it makes me sick. I will say I'm still very
back the A.
Yeah. Now, but this is a great point, though. If you don't back the A and it's worse, then don't back the A. I can't wait. When we start losing games by 500 points, I cannot wait to just start tweeting that out and saying, if you don't back us now, don't back us when we're good.
Yeah, don't back us later because it's all full circle, baby.
We don't want back. Yeah. Is there a PETA jungle in the old Pueblo? Yeah, I think there is. I went to Urban PETA earlier today.
You must be super gassy.
Yeah, no, I am. That's why I said earlier I've got gas. All right. Do we think? All right. Now let's see. Now T Burns 826. Great T Burns 826. Do we think Tommy is back next year if we don't win the national championship? It is year 5.
It's a good question. Javier says no, and honestly, who's Javier? You know.
By the way, David Rosen clearly has no soul. All he keeps saying is PETA Jungle sucks. Urban PETA sucks. Urban PETA does not suck.
PETA Jungle's awesome. Clearly, he doesn't like Mediterranean food.
Yeah, you don't like Mediterranean food. And now, listen, if it's because it gives you gas, I get it. But Mediterranean food is really, really good. Very tasty. Very tasty. Now, Joseph says this. The Oglesby paw will be smacking Skier so hard this time next year. Might be smacking Ben One White. Depends. Yeah, no, dude, nobody did.
You'll see.
Dude, what did you eat there?
The whole menu's good.
The whole menu is good, David. Yeah. And I've been there probably 9,000 times. So
yeah.
You're wrong, David. You're wrong. Be better. Be better. Tommy ain't going anywhere. CP legend. Yeah, agreed. All right, now we're going to talk about Shaquille O'Neal tomorrow. Put that on the thumbnail, Mr. Cody James Martin. This is good stuff. But sure, first, where can they find you doing your stuff?
WildcatAuthority.com and the Wildcat Scoop podcast with Shelby.
Nick Arenas, what are you doing, man? Of course you're late. Nick, come on. We expect more out of you. Your last name's Arenas. Yeah, come on. Yes, sir. Yeah. David Rosen, you be better as well. Okay. Now, some people in the chat don't understand the Javier reference. All right. You want my Shaq impression? They call me Superman. Dwight Howard sucks. Charles Barkley have more rings than you. Dude, he's just bad. Okay. Now, Little Caesars, not bad. Check out Little Caesars, baby.
Yeah, we can end the show if we want.
Yeah, we'll end the show, Cody. I can do it. Yeah. I know how to do it.
Watch this.
All right. First, though, Cody doesn't think I can do this. Watch this. Code 15 off 20, baby. 15% off any $20 order. Check it out. You'll thank me later. Also, code LCFREECC. Free crazy combo with any pizza purchase. All right. Tomorrow, we're going to be back at 2. We're going to be talking about Shaquille O'Neal. Now, let's see here. Cody James Martin, are you back? He just said he's entered the chat again. All right. Well, anyway, you guys are the best. We will be back with you tomorrow. TTFN, ta-ta for now. Woohoo! Look at this paw.